Hello you guys! Today we have an exciting video because I'm going to be unboxing my massive Sephora order. I kind of went a little crazy this year for the Sephora sale, as I always do, but it really is like my one big makeup purchase of the year. I built a cart of all of the things that I have been interested in and I pretty much cleared my wish list. So we have a lot of really good things to go over today. If you like my Sephora videos, give this one a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. I will have everything I mentioned in today's video linked using the YouTube shopping feature, which pops up here on the screen. If for whatever reason you don't see it there, everything is linked in the description box as well as in a pinned comment. So definitely check it out, and without further ado, let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with the few restocks that I did. I didn't restock on a ton, but I did grab a couple of my favorites. First is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I love this texture spray. I recently was using the color Wow, and I do really like that one, but I don't feel like it lasts quite as long as this one, and this is a pricey product, but I went ahead and repurchased it because this is just the best texture spray that I have found. I feel like it actually adds texture to my hair, it adds volume, and not only does it add that instantly, but it also lasts throughout the day. I try to stay away from it for a long time because it's pricey, but I just end up going back. Another hair product restock is the K18 Leave-In Molecular Repair Mask. This stuff is just absolutely incredible for repairing damaged hair, and I've been on a hair care journey. I'm really just trying to have healthier hair this year, and this has been a really nice product to incorporate into my routine. I had heard so many people rave about this, and I finally picked it up during the fall sale, and I'm almost done with that one, so I thought it was a great time to save on it a little bit because this is a pricey product too. I also picked up a new Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I have had my original that I purchased for so long and it is almost gone, so I thought it was about time to go ahead and repurchase. This is one that is just like a staple in my collection. If I am just doing my makeup in a rush and I don't really want to try out something new, this is always the setting spray that I go with. It is just like the tried and true, you know your makeup is going to look phenomenal and stay put all day. And I think this is the last repurchase. It is from Ole Henriksen. It is the Hydra Barrier Nourishing Face Oil, and I love this stuff, you guys. I've raved about it over and over and over again. I use this in combination with their Peptide Strength Trainer Moisturizer. I think that's what it's called, but these two together, oh my god, it just makes your skin feel like the most bouncy, plush, silky smooth surface ever. I'm obsessed. Now on to the fun stuff. I have not heard many people talk about these at all, but my mom and I actually came across them in store and we were swatching them and I was blown away. These are from Too Faced and they are the Quickie Queen eyeshadow sticks. The shade that I initially got in store is called Twinkle, and it's just like a very light pearl shade. And what impressed me even more is how these stayed on the back of my hand from just swatching them in the store. They did not budge. I washed my hands, they were still there. Like no matter what I did, this remained. And I used it on my eyes the next day when I was in Disney World and it looked so good. It wears beautifully on the eyelids. So I actually went back and purchased two more shades online. So they had one in store that I really liked called Fairy Dust. It is a little bit more of a pink shade, equally as blinding. I'll show you guys the swatches up close in a minute. And then I also wanted to grab a little bit of a darker shade. So this one is in Lovestone. So here are the swatches. You have Twinkle, Fairy Dust, and Lovestone. I mean, look at how those catch the light. They're so metallic. I mean, I am just obsessed with these. If you also like a really nice shimmer, then you need to check these out. I was also dying to get my hands on this glitter setting spray from One Size. This just looks so cool. Is this a product that I will use often? Not at all, but for those certain occasions where you just want to be super dramatic and glittery, think of a concert, a festival, a birthday, this is going to be such a nice thing to have. It is beautiful, you guys. I have been watching some of the videos of people using this and I am blown away. Obviously, I'm not going to use this right now because I will have glitter everywhere, but you should just go to their Instagram or TikTok page and check out some of the videos if you want to see this in action. I did get a couple of bronzers. The first one is from Haus Labs, and this is actually a reformulation. So they did already have bronzers a while back, and I did own that one, I believe, but I cannot find it unless it is in like the very back of my drawer. I don't know, but I did want to try the reformulation. I've heard really good things about it, and the packaging looks really nice. So you just have this matte finish. It is a thinner compact, and this is what it looks like inside. It does look beautiful. I got it in the shade Terra Sephora Soul, which is the light medium shade. And this does look like a really good shade for me. It actually looks a lot different than some of the bronzers I already own. If I'm not sure what shade of bronzer to get, I usually lean towards going a little bit darker. I just love like a really sculpted, contoured look, but this is a little bit lighter and a little bit warmer than what I already have. So I'll be very interested in testing this out. It has a lot of pigment to it and it's very creamy. Very nice. It's kind of blurring. Ooh, I'm excited about that. And the other one I got is from Dior. I was not going to get this, but then I was just influenced. I saw everyone else talking about it and I was like, you know what? Let me just try it out. But I am very loyal to my YSL bronzer, and this is another luxury brand, very expensive. So I actually want to compare the two. I think I might film a little TikTok showing this one versus the YSL and talking about the differences. And if you are interested in a luxury bronzer, which one should you get? Obviously, this one is a jumbo bronzer, so it is quite large. So here is a comparison of the two. I mean, it is large, but I don't think it's like that much bigger than my YSL. I don't see why you would need any extra, but that's just my opinion. But they do both have this really nice plush outer compact. And then here are the two shades side by side. Obviously, this is my YSL, which is very, very loved. And then here is the Dior Forever. This one is in the shade 20 medium matte. It is a little bit lighter than the YSL, but I still think this is going to be a really nice shade. This one does look a little bit more cool tone, at least in the YSL. So yeah, I will have to put these two to the test and see if I am still just as obsessed with my YSL, or maybe I'll want to switch over to Dior. And you can see, like, I'll try to swipe off those eyeshadow sticks and they really do stay put. It is crazy. I did get another Dior product, and that is one of their new luminizers. So they released, I think, 4 shades of highlighters, and I got the shade 02 Gold Halo. Once again, the packaging is stunning, this time in silver. And here is what this highlighter looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just love luxury beauty packaging. They really do just make everything feel so luxurious, but you definitely are paying for it. I mean, these are some pricey products. That is it swatched right there. And this is the highlighter I have on today. And I will say, like, yes, it's a pretty highlighter, but I'm not sure if I'm quite understanding the hype. I think it's okay. I mean, maybe it's just the shade that I got. I would be very interested in going in store and swatching these. I'm actually going to New York in a couple weeks, and I think I will do that just to test out the other colors, because I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold on this color. It is very natural looking. I was kind of expecting like a really blinding highlighter, and I think these are buildable, but they do apply quite naturally in my opinion. And it's just nothing that I was like overly impressed with for luxury beauty. I mean, you are paying a really high price, and I do think that there are other highlighters that are just as good that are a little bit less expensive. So that's my current first impression. I have only used it once. I got a bunch of stuff from Sephora collection, so let's just run through all of that. I really wanted to try out one of their new blush trios. So this is kind of inspired by the One Size blushes, in my opinion. You're seeing a lot of more affordable brands make a blush like this. So you have a cream blush here, a powder blush, and then like a highlighter kind of blush. And I just got mine in the shade number 2, Sunset Chaser. I did just go ahead and swatch these. I'm not sure if you can even tell, but this one over here was so light. I mean, you could barely see it, and it's really not that glittery or highlightery. So I'm wondering if that is just supposed to be an additional shade of blush, just like in a lighter shade. I really got this because I want to do a comparison of all of the different blushes that look like this. The One Size, Sephora Collection, Morphe, and Makeup Revolution. So I plan to do that over on TikTok. And I did get another little face palette. This is called the Colorful Face Palette, and I got it in the shade medium to tan. A lot of people are saying this is supposed to be inspired by the Hourglass palette. So I thought, what a great thing to try out and see if it compares. And this shade really intrigues me here. That looks really nice. I love that gold shade. Ooh, that is a really pretty gold highlighter. The pigment in this is really nice. I'm very impressed with this. So you can see these 4 swatched on the corner of my hand here, the bronzer on the side, the 2 blushes, and then the highlighter there right next to it. These are all very pigmented. They're in like that baked formula. They're really smooth. So first impression on these is really good. I'm very excited to test this out some more. I got a couple other Sephora collection blushes. These are called the Colorful Blush Glaze, and I did get 2 shades. The first one is in Golden Hour. So I think these are supposed to just be like a really radiant type blush. That is it swatched right there, Golden Hour, and it does seem to have a really nice glow. So we'll see how that applies over top of other other makeup. And then this one is in Morning Blaze. It's a little bit pinker. Ooh, very pigmented. Wow, those look really nice. Okay, Sephora collection. That is very glowy though, like definitely a highlighter. So I'll have to put these to the test. I'm also planning on testing out a bunch of these new viral blushes and kind of doing a series on TikTok where I rank them each day. So if you want to see that, go follow me over there. I also got a couple of these little mini masks from Sephora collection. They're actually called micro masks. So it's kind of like a little spot treatment mask. And I just got the firming and soothing ones. And then I also got some lip products. I think these are new. They were showing up as new on the Sephora website, but they are the 8-Hour Colorful Transfer Proof Lip Liner. The one on the bottom is a red shade and very cherry. And then on top you have perfect beige. I also got this totally juicy lip tint, and I just got it in this really fun orangey red called Tangerine Twist. I love playing around with fun, bright lip colors for summertime, so this will be great. Then I got a little lip treatment. This is the Lift and Firm Plumping Lip Balm Serum. I feel like we are totally in the lip balm era right now, so I thought this would be great to try out, especially because it's more of a lip treatment. It's actually going to plump your lips and apparently firm them, and I definitely need some firming in my lips. I have a lot of like fine lines, so I'll be very interested to see how this works. Maybe I'll apply it like each morning and see how it does. And the last Sephora collection item is a makeup setting spray. This is the Dewy Finish setting spray, which I don't really have a dewy finish setting spray that I like right now. So I thought an affordable one would be nice to try. But yeah, we'll see. I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. I just love a good setting spray to add a different finish to your makeup look. Speaking of setting sprays, I also got the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting spray, and I have heard so much about this already. And honestly, a lot of what I have heard has not been very good. So I was dying to try this, so I did put it on today, and I just shook it up really well and then did long sprays. So I followed through all the way to the bottom of the sprayer. I did have a couple water droplets, but they didn't ruin my makeup. A lot of people have been saying that this completely ruined their makeup because it had water droplets and then it would like lift the makeup underneath. I didn't really experience that, and actually after this sat on my skin for like 5-10 minutes, it really did have a blurring effect. I will say you have to like let it completely dry and even sit for a minute, but oh my gosh, it really did work. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep using this because I might have just gotten lucky and not had it ruin my makeup at first. I just kind of like tapped out the water droplets and it was fine, but obviously that is kind of still annoying. I do wish this had a little bit better of a sprayer because you are going to get water droplets. It's just about tapping them out right when you see them and not letting them sit, and then you can also like fan your face so it dries really quickly. But yeah, I do like the way this looks on the skin if you can get it to apply correctly. So I don't know, we'll see about that. I picked up 2 of these Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencils. Apparently these are kind of like a newer version. They are supposed to be waterproof and long lasting, and I actually need a new eyeliner for my waterline. So I went ahead and picked up 2 of these in the black shade Perversion. That is what it looks like right there. I've been using Makeup by Mario, but I don't really feel like it's been staying on my waterline like I want it to. So I was like, I don't know, let me go back to the basics, Urban Decay, especially since they've kind of improved these and apparently made them completely waterproof. Like everyone is saying these do not move from your waterline. So I'm very excited to have these in my collection again. And then I picked up a new mascara. This is from Makeup by Mario. It is the Master Mascara. It's supposed to be a volumizing mascara. I do typically really like Makeup by Mario products. I feel like a lot of people do, but I've heard very mixed reviews on this mascara so far. So I really need to put this to the test for myself. I've heard a couple people say that it is really bad about flaking, but then I've also heard a few rave reviews saying this is the best mascara ever. I am a little bit picky with mascaras, so if it is flaking at all, I'm not really gonna like that. Who would, honestly? I mean, nobody wants their mascara flaking down their face. So yeah, I need to test this out the next time I am doing my mascara. If you guys want me to do like a testing new makeup video, let me know in the comment section. I always want to do those, but to be honest, they don't really get great views on my channel, but if you guys are interested in it, I will still do that. I actually have another mascara purchase, and this is from a luxury beauty brand. This is Prada, and I haven't really purchased Prada Beauty in a long time, but this is their Prada Scope Lash Extending Volume Mascara, and right off the bat, I love this packaging. It's like a really cool texture, almost like a faux leather. And what intrigued me about this mascara is the wand, because you actually only have bristles on one side. You can see this outside has nothing. So it's supposed to just act as a comb almost, which I think is very unique. And you literally are just supposed to like comb them up in one direction. And it's supposed to add volume, lengthen your lashes, separate them really nicely. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Another luxury beauty product, you guys. I know it seems like a lot, but when I have 20% off at Sephora, I do take advantage of luxury beauty brands because those are the ones that really never do sales otherwise. And I really wanted to try this new loose powder from YSL. I have had incredible luck with YSL beauty products. I love the YSL blushes. I'm obsessed with the YSL bronzer. It's like my favorite bronzer of all time. So I wanted to grab this and see what I thought. I've heard really good things. It is the All Hours Hyper Blur Powder. As always, you have this beautiful cushion packaging on the top, and then this is just a completely translucent powder. Very, very white, so I'm interested to see if that will be an issue at all. Look at that. That is so pretty. I love the little poof. And then this is what the sifter looks like. And I actually have another YSL beauty product that I'm wearing today, and that is one of their new Love Shine Plumping Lip Oil Glosses. So I wasn't going to pick this up because I feel like the lip oils are kind of, there's just too many. I have too many and they're releasing too many. But once again, it was one of those things that I was kind of influenced on, specifically this shade, which is Thunder Stealer. It is a beautiful iridescent purple. I mean, I do not have anything like this. And I also was intrigued because it was a plumping oil. And although I do have a lot of lip oils in my collection, I don't really think that I have a plumping lip oil. So I wanted to give this one a try, and I did do a purple eye look today. You probably can't really see it. It's been on for hours and hours at this point, but I thought this would go really nicely. And I do have a nude lip underneath, so it's not like it's going to be super pigmented, but I do feel like it gave it this lilac-y tone that I actually really love. And I will say you can feel the plumping on this, and it does plump initially, but it's not anything that is going to be leaving you uncomfortable for a long time. Like, that plumping sensation goes away quite quickly, and it's also not going to make your lips look really dramatic. So I've been liking this so far. Okay, let's talk a couple of body care products. I did pick up the new Patrick Ta Major Glow High Shine Skin Perfecting Body Cream. This intrigued me specifically because of the high shine claim. That sounds nice. If you're applying a body cream, I really do want my skin to be like nice and shiny and glowy, and this is huge, by the way. I mean, it looks so luxurious. This would look great sitting out on any vanity. And I did actually open this immediately when I got it because I was just so curious. And you guys, the smell of this, I could die smelling this smell. Like, it is so good, and I'm not even gonna be able to describe it, so I will definitely just have to put the notes up or something. But it just smells womanly and sexy, a little bit musky maybe, and it's a really thick cream. Like, you can see I'm almost like not even making an indentation in it. And then I will apply a little bit of the lotion, and I do think that it definitely holds up to that high shine claim, at least when you first initially apply it. I mean, it's very shiny, so I have high hopes for this. I really hope that that shine sticks around for longer than a minute, because that is beautiful and exactly what I've been looking for in a body cream. Like, I don't really want something that's glittery or sparkly all the time, but I do want something that is going to make my skin look just glowy and hydrated. And then while I was at it, I also went ahead and picked up the Major Glow Hair and Body Fragrance Mist, and it does smell very similarly to the body cream, but in my opinion, not quite as strong, or there's just something a little bit more like chemically about the smell. I don't know, just something about this one doesn't come across as natural as the body cream. So if I were to recommend one product from these two, I would definitely go with the body cream. I think this is a product that I could live with or without. Some more fragrance purchases. I did go ahead and grab a little duo of the Sparkling Lychee from Kayali. I smelled this in one of the sampler packs that I got, and it is so annoying, but I lost the voucher to redeem my full size. It made me so sad. I cannot find it anywhere, so I guess it's just a loss. But with that voucher, I was going to get the Sparkling Lychee in the full size because I love this. It's definitely unique to my collection. This is probably the sweetest scent that I now own. It is very sweet. Think candy with like a little bit of like that sparkling kind of caffeinated smell. I don't know, but I love it. I think it's a great summertime fragrance. And with this set, you get the full size, and then you also get a little miniature, which I love for travel. And then I got two little travel size fragrances. The first is another from Kayali. This is the Fleur Majesty. When the Sephora sale started, I actually had a bunch of little travel size fragrances in my cart, and I ended up going in store and smelling a lot of them, and so many of them I did not care for. before, so I immediately removed them. I think one was the Never Ending Summer from Replica. I forget what some of the others were, but this one I actually did like. It has notes of juicy pear, sweet peach, rose royale, pink peony, violet wood, and purple musk. This one is another one that is very unique to my collection, and it kind of had to grow on me. I sprayed it on myself in the store, and at first I was like, no, I don't like that because it just comes across overly floral. But then as it sits, you definitely get hit with those fruity notes, which is what I love. So this is actually, in my opinion, a great mix of floral and fruity. And then I had to try the Marc Jacobs Daisy Wild Oh So Intense. I love Daisy Wild. It has been one of my top scents for the past year, ever since I got it this time last year. And they just released an intense version, so I had to pick this up and try it out. I still haven't put the two exactly side by side to see the difference, but just based on my recollection alone, I want to say that the difference I'm picking up is that there is a lot more banana in this one. I think the original scent already had banana, but I just really smell the banana a lot more in this. To me, this is like if Daisy Wild and the original Vacation scent had a baby, that would be this. So I do really like it. I think that it is great for summertime. I will absolutely use this and love it, but I don't necessarily think that it replaces my original Daisy Wild. I think I honestly still prefer that one. I also picked up a couple of the new Touchland body and hair fragrance mists. I have heard so much about these and I wanted to try them out for myself, so I ended up getting two different scents. The first one here is in Rich Pistachio. I love this green color and I feel like I've sprayed so many scents, but we will keep on going. And this one is really nice. It's unlike any other pistachio scent that I've smelled. This one really leans on the woody, nutty vibe of pistachio rather than the sweet vibe. If you've ever smelled Kayali pistachio, that one almost has like a powdery smell to me, but this one is definitely musky and woody. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of By the Fireplace from Replica, like that mixed with a pistachio scent. So for me, this is probably going to be one that I use more in the fall. And then I also picked up the Peachy Lychee, and I have not smelled this one yet, but it'll be interesting to see how this compares to the sparkling lychee I just showed you from Kayali, because a lot of people have said they are similar. And I feel like they are a little bit similar, but this one is definitely a much lighter version, which is to be expected. It is a fragrance mist, not an actual perfume. But this one also smells like a little bit more natural to me, like more of that natural fruity vibe, whereas the Kayali Sparkling Lychee is very like candy fruity. But to me, that's how these two differ. This one is like a very mild scent in my opinion. I have two fragrance mists from Sol de Janeiro. I know I really went overboard on the fragrance mists, but these are from their limited edition summer collection. This one is the Flor Mystica. This pink one smells exactly like something that I already have or something that I've smelled before, but I cannot pinpoint it. I don't know what it is. It's bothering me. So if you guys know what this smells like, another fragrance, leave it in the comment section because it is bothering me that I cannot identify where I've smelled this before, but it is really nice. It's a great fruity summer scent. And then this one is Agua Mystica. It is supposed to be like a fresher scent, and I was really surprised by this one. If I just went based on description, I would have totally passed this one, but it is such a unique scent. It's like that fresh, kind of salty vibe, but it also has like a little bit of muskiness in there that makes it end up smelling more like a perfume than a body mist. And I really like that. It feels very elevated for just a fragrance mist. And the last fragrance purchase is a set from Sol de Janeiro. I love this because it just has miniatures of a lot of their very popular fragrance mists, and these are really nice to travel with. So that is exactly why I got this. I already own this one, but I actually don't think I own any of these other scents. I do own this scent and the body cream and the shower oil, but not in the fragrance mist. So that'll be nice to have. And all of the others I will definitely travel with often. So if you've ever wanted to try any of these scents, I think this is an amazing set to grab. A couple other new blushes that I got that I really want to share in that TikTok series. This one I actually got two shades. I ordered one online in the shade Hope, and these are the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blushes, and I actually have this on today. So this is very similar to that bouncy blush that was really popular, I think from Maybelline back in the day, but this is really nice. It's very, very, very blurring, and like I said, this is the blush that I have on my face today. I really like the way this applies. It's very smoothing. I'm actually having a couple breakouts right now, so not ideal for application, but it still went over top of those breakouts quite nicely, and I really like this color. It's a good everyday color. And then in store, I picked up this shade, Alive. And this is a very vibrant shade, as you can see, but oh my goodness. I definitely do not own anything like this, so I'm very interested to apply that on my face. Very, very pigmented, so I'm gonna have to be careful with this shade, but I just wanted a couple of those to try out because I was pretty confident I would like the formula. And then I also picked up one of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk blushes in the new Radiant Finish. I love this blush formula. It is my favorite liquid blush. I have the peachy shade in the original, and they just released a new Radiant Finish. So this one is supposed to be like very glowy, almost like a blush highlighter. So there it is swatched, and this is in the shade Cosmic Pink. I do have a couple palettes here. I did go ahead and pick up the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I feel like I don't really need this, but at this point I am basically a collector of Natasha Denona palettes. I love them. They are my favorite eyeshadows of all time. And I do wear a pinky eye look more often than you would think. So I think that I will actually get a lot of use out of this palette. It's very neutral, but it just leans very pink. So if that is something that you wear a lot, I think that you will really like this. As always, you have a mix of matte shades and shimmer shades. And I wasn't completely sold on this, but I did see it in stores and I swatched a couple of the shades and I completely fell in love with them. So I'm really excited to use this. I actually have not used it yet. So I don't know if you can tell, but here are some of the shades swatched on my hand. Obviously not all of them, but from what I have swatched, the shades look really nice. And then these are face palettes from NARS. And I was not at all going to purchase these. I actually tend to stay away from face palettes. I feel like I have bought so many of them in the past that I just do not reach for. But then I saw a few people hauling these and they look so pretty. Every single shade in this palette, I was like, yes, please. I know for a fact I would wear that. So I actually got two shades because I wasn't sure which one I would like better. So this is the Hot Escape Cheek Palette number 1. You do have a very light bronzer. That's the only thing that I don't really think that I'll use in this palette. Laguna number 1. Here you have Ophelia, which is a highlighting powder. Looks absolutely stunning. Below that you have Thrill, which is a blush. And then next to that you have the most beautiful pink highlighter I've ever seen in the shade Bad Behavior. So those two highlighter shades are honestly what sold me. I mean, these all look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that bright pink highlighter. I am in love with that. It is so pretty. So yeah, this is the lighter one. This is definitely more geared towards my skin tone, but I also thought the shades in number 3 looked really, really pretty. I will say this did look slightly lighter online, so this is probably a little dark for me. I'm gonna have to like test it out and see, but this is Laguna number 6 here. Right next to it is the highlighter Skinny Dip. Below that you have the blush in Obsession, and then you have, I believe, another highlighting powder in Night Swim. These are all gorgeous shades as well. I do think the bronzer would be a little bit dark for me. I probably would need something in between this. I'll have to check out what the number 2 palette looked like, but yeah, these are so pretty. Like those highlighters, oh my god, gorgeous. Honestly, NARS killed it with those. Okay, only a few more things. I know this video is forever long, but I did pick up one of the new glossy highlighter balms from House Labs, and I actually used this when I was on my trip to Disney World, and I really like it. This is so pretty. I don't know if you can see, but there it is swatched. I got it in the shade Glassy Champagne Quartz, and it really is stunning on the skin. I feel like it does look glassy. It looks wet. I have never been a fan of liquid highlighters, but I think when you put them in a form like this, like a cream highlighter, that I can get behind because it really does provide like such a wet look. And it's honestly like a little bit sticky at first, but then it dries down. I'm just applying some right over top of the highlighter I have on. Stunning. I just love the way it catches the light so beautifully. This was like immediately a favorite when I used it. Another glowy sort of product. This is from Urban Decay. It is the Face Bond Luminizer. So this is a soft focus highlighter, but it also has niacinamide in it. And this is kind of a multi-use product. I did get it in the shade Space Cowboy, which is their famous shade. So you're supposed to shake it, and you can either apply this on its own over top of sunscreen to just give like a really glowy look. You can add it to your foundation. I think you could use this as a highlighter if you wanted to, but it just shears out to be a really pretty glow, and it looks so beautiful. So I'm very excited about this. I love a glowy product like that, specifically for summertime. A couple of eye products. This one is from Giorgio Armani. It is one of their long wear wear luminous liquid eyeshadows. I actually have one of these, but mine is pretty old, I think. It is in the shade number 11S, maybe. But it's kind of this cool tone iridescent shade. And I'll be honest, you guys, I don't really love this. So when everyone started talking about these long wear eyeshadows, I was like, maybe I need to try a different shade. Maybe mine is just like not that great. I feel like because of the iridescent shade, it almost ends up looking patchy when it probably isn't patchy. It's just almost like that shade shift going on. I'm not sure what's happening, but this I don't really like. So I went ahead and got a matte shade. This one is in 18M, which is just the shade beige. And I got this just to be an all over lid shade. It really does just match my skin tone. So it's not going to be anything like super out of the box or really eye catching, but I'm hoping that the formula will really shine through with this shade. And then I did end up picking up one of the new Ilia Eye Stylist shadow sticks. I'll be honest, you guys, I added this to my cart and then deleted it a million times because this is too expensive for an eyeshadow stick in my opinion. I mean, this thing better be absolutely legendary because I think it was like $35 or something, or 32 maybe. I don't know, but most other eyeshadow sticks are around 25, 26, 22. But I did go ahead and try it out and I got the shade Noble. So there it is swatched. I think this is going to be a really pretty crease shade to just draw on, blend out, and run out the door. That is why I love eyeshadow sticks. And you're seeing a lot of eyeshadow stick releases lately. So yeah, I will have to put this one to the test and see if it is worth that hefty price tag. We have a couple of lip products here. I promise we are almost done. This one is another luxury beauty brand. This is Valentino. It is their puffer gloss. It says that it has instant plump and long-lasting luscious shine. This one just intrigued me also because of the color. I got it in 30R in my glowing era. Luxury beauty brands really do just get you with the marketing. They have such a high budget to spend on these beautiful videos and marketing campaigns, and they just pull you in. So yeah, I'll have to see. Maybe I'll do another comparison video on TikTok comparing the YSL, the Dior, the Valentino, all of the different luxury beauty lip products out right now. I did get one of the new Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb sticks in the high shimmer. So I did try the original Gloss Bomb sticks and I wasn't really a big fan. I felt like they were just kind of like an overpriced lip balm that has a little bit of pigment. Maybe it was the shade that I got, but I just wasn't really into it. It had no lasting power or nothing really special about it. But I will say the high shimmer finish of these definitely gives them that unique edge that I was looking for. These are so pretty. I actually put this on last night and I was so impressed with it. I got the shade Fussy. There it is swatched. You can see it does kind of have like an iridescent shimmer in it, and on your lips it really does just catch the light and sparkle. Like, it's not overwhelming to where it literally looks like you have glitter painted on your lips, but it just has that natural mixture of shine and shimmer, and it is stunning. So I'm really excited to wear this like out and about. I just literally put it on last night while I was cleaning my room just to see what it looks like. And then I did pick up one of the Laneige Glaze Craze tinted lip serums. I don't know if we need this. Like, how different can it really be than their other lip balm? I don't really know, but I do love their other lip balm, so I thought I would give this one a try. And it does have that unique donut applicator, so that's kind of fun. Just got this in a simple nude shade. I feel like this is just going to be one of those things that I keep in my purse or around the house to just give my lips a little bit of moisture. And then I did get this from Paula's Choice, which is kind of a lip product and skincare in one. It is the Pro Collagen Peptide Gloss Balm, but this is supposed to actually improve the appearance of your lips over time. So they had like before and after photos, and it was supposed to just like over time plump your lips and get rid of any fine lines. So that is why I got this, because as I mentioned, I have a lot of lines on my lips and I'm really trying to do something to improve that, and I'm really hoping this will work. And then another skincare item is from Alpine, and I actually have never tried anything from this brand, but I thought this sounded interesting. It is the Hydrating Cream Cleanser. It has vitamin C and Juneberry. So as the name says, this is a cream cleanser. It is in a jar, so you can use this as a cleanser. Just apply it to wet or dry skin and then immediately rinse it off. It's supposed to exfoliate, obviously clean your face, get rid of any dirt and oil, or you can leave this on for like 5 minutes as a mask. And it sounds very soothing to the skin, and I love trying new brands, so I am really excited about that. I'll probably use it tonight. And then one hair product I wanted to mention before we go, this is from K18. It is the new Astro Lift Reparative Volume Spray. I have heard a lot about this. Anytime K18 releases a new product, I feel like everyone's talking about it. So yeah, as the name suggests, this is supposed to just provide a lot of volume in your hair. So it says this can be applied to dry or towel dried hair, which definitely intrigues me because I love a volume product that I can use on dry hair. So honestly, let's give it a try. Blow dry for added volume. Did it do anything other than make my hair wet? I guess the blow dryer would help. I don't know. We don't have time for all that today, but I will keep testing this out and report back to you guys, because if this is a product that I can truly just apply on dry hair as like a second day refresher and then maybe just blow dry it, that would be amazing. Anyways, you guys, that is going to be it for my huge Sephora haul video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys ended up picking up from the Sephora VIB sale in the comment section down below. If you want to shop any of the products I mentioned today, you can find them in the YouTube shopping carousel or linked in the description box below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It was so much fun, and I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. And if so, I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.